that was.
All right, and are we ready?
Okay, well, today's lesson is in our Envision series, and we've been working on repeated addition, and we are in topic 4. And today, in topic 4, we are going to work on problem solving, drawing a picture, and writing a number sentence to go with it. The video is accessible on the internet. Right now you don't have access to it. Right now we're going to be recording me walking through the video, and then you will have a chance to pause it as your child needs to while they're doing their practice if you want to go back and have them rewatch it. Okay, whenever we do this in class.
Oh, sorry, 1 second. I
Okay.
got it. This only records 2 minutes at a time. That's why I'm also doing it on that one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Whenever we do this in class, we always read what's up in the banner to make sure that they are thinking about what they're going to learn and they're looking at the words that they need to know. So, problem solving, draw a picture and write a number sentence. We look at our words to know. They need to know about the boy. And then we have a part whole map down here, and then right up here is the whole number.
Read and understand. Pat has 3 boxes. Each box has 5 marbles inside. How many marbles does Pat have in all?
Okay, so the first thing we want to look at is we really want to pay attention to what we're reading. Pat has 3 boxes, so that's going to tell us how many groups we're looking at. So you would want to draw the 3 boxes for Pat. We tend to do this ahead of time to just get some practice to make sure when we go on to the next page of the video, they're getting the hang of it. Okay, now it says each box has 5 marbles. How many marbles does Pat have in all? So how many marbles would you put in each box? You would put 5. So go ahead and draw the 5 marbles in. And the final question this is asking is how many marbles does Pat have in all? And so I would ask them, look at this and can you tell me a repeated addition sentence that would go with it? And the goal is that they would come up with 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals, so can you count by 5s? 5, 10, 15. The answer is 15. Then once we've gone through this, we'll go to the next clip to see if we have it right.
Let's think about it. What do you know?
So now I would ask them, what do you know? What in the problem do you know? What is the number sentence telling you? Or the word problem telling you? It's telling you
You know Pat has 3 boxes.
that Pat has his 3 boxes. And we already drew that picture, so this is reinforcing what they've already come up with.
You also know that he has 5 marbles in each box.
And there are the 5 marbles that they drew. It's okay.
What do you need to find out? You need to find out how many marbles Pat has in all. Plan. What strategy will you use to solve the problem?
Okay, so I would ask them right now, what plan are you going to use to solve this? Is it what we used previously, or is there something that you see different that might work better?
You can draw a picture to show how many marbles in all.
Then I would ask them, what do you think this is for up here? What do you think is going to go up here? My goal is that they would say the whole number is going to go up there.
The diagram shows 3 boxes with 5 marbles inside each box. Solve. You can write 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15.
So right now I would ask them to go ahead and do this again, and they would write 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 15. And I'd ask them, well, you have 3 add-ins of 5. This is your sum. Where would your sum go? Where is your whole number? Hopefully, you would be going up here with that.
15 marbles in all.
And there, they should reinforce what they've already practiced.
Look back and check. My drawing and number sentence match the problem. My drawing shows that the total of 3 equal groups of 5 is 15.
And we always go back after we've done this and we look at the story problem to make sure our number sentence matches our word problem and that our numbers here match our picture and that our sum matches up there.
How do you know the diagram matches the number sentence? The diagram shows that 3 equal groups of 5 is 15.
Okay, and so when that part is finished, then what I'm going to do next is walk through the worksheet, the practice that I'm going to send home. And then that way you have me going through the practice and then they also can have me going through the practices at home as well. So that's what I'm going to pull up next. It was here. Here we go. So this will be the sheet that goes home after they watch the video. So they'll watch the video, they'll get practice, and then this has 4. This one has 4 different questions. It starts out from easiest to hardest. You can think of this as a level 1 to a level 4 question. If they can get the very last one, they would be mastering it at a 3 or 4 proficiency level. So let's look at the first one. So you should have your worksheet out as well, watching the video with the worksheet right next to it. So we're going to look at this first one. It says, which number sentence is shown by the picture? So we're going to look over here at this picture. And I want them to start thinking about what this is showing. How many groups is this showing? What is this showing in each group? And it doesn't have the whole number. So now let's look over here at A, B, C, or D. So they're going to look at these, and I want you to look over here and see which one matches. We have 3 plus 4 is 7. 3, there are 3 groups, and then 4 in each group. Does that equal 7? Or does 3 plus 3 plus 3 equal 9? 4 plus 4 plus 4 equal 12? Or 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 16? So what you need to do is you need to look at this and see how many groups you have and see how many are in each group. This one's showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So looking at this and knowing that there are 12, which one of those does it show? This would be a good time to pause the video, let your child look at this, work through the answer, and then color in the answer before they go on. What I would like for them to do is put 12 here, then come over here and look and see that this is 4, this is 4, this is 4. I have 3 groups of 4. That's 12. Okay. Then we go on to number 2. And it says, which number is shown by the blocks? They're going to look right here, and they're going to see this group right here and this group right here. And then we've been working on this since last year in 1st grade and now in 2nd grade. So looking at this picture, which one of these numbers matches that picture? So go ahead and fill in your answer. And you would pause this right now. Okay, if you're looking at this, this has 1 group of 10 and 2 groups of 10, and then it has 3 ones right there. So which number down here shows 2 groups of 10 and 3 ones? The answer to that would be 23. Okay? Number 3 says, which number is missing? Okay, so when you're looking at this, you're going to look for the missing number here. And if you look at this, this is a fact family. This is a part, a whole, or an add-in, a sum. This is the minuend, the subtrahend, and the difference. But all 3 of these numbers have to be the same. So you're going to look at this, and you're going to think, 9 plus is 5 plus 9, 14, is 5 plus 8, 14, is 5 plus 7, 14, is 5 plus 6, 14. And this part right here, what they're trying to get you to do is look at how can you add to find a number that's missing? How can you find your difference between 4 and 5, 14 and 5? So go ahead and mark your answer. Which one am I doing now? This one. Okay. So you should pause it and then bring it back up. And so you're going to think about this. 9 plus what equals 14? Well, one of the best ways to do this is to take 1 from here and put it to your 9 and make it a 10. So that would be a 4 and this would be a 10. So I know 4 plus 10 is 14. I would color in this answer. But to check it, you want to check all of them. So you want to look at 5 plus 8. You'd have to put 2 over here to make that a 10. That would be 13. So you would check each one individually. Then you would mark your answer as 9. But you need to also fill this in to make sure it's correct. 5 plus 9 equals 14. 14 minus 5 equals 9. And we always check our answer. We always check with reverse addition. 9 plus 5 equals 14. Here's our fact family. I know those are right. Here's my fact family. Those are right. And there's my check. If I checked it and all of my numbers are the same, I know I'm right. So I can move on. Okay, I'm going to erase this last one. And we're going to move to number 4. This one is the one that takes a little bit more work, a little bit more thought process. This says, use counters to make an array. Write the addition sentence to solve. Now, an array is when you have rows of objects and there are the same amount of objects in each row. So, for example, this would be an array. I have 4 rows of objects. I have 3 objects in each row. So that would be what an array is. You can do that with any number. It's repeated addition, and it's also the beginning, the introduction for multiplication. This says, write the addition sentence to solve. Now, what we are doing is not only are they writing the addition sentence to solve, they also have to write the multiplication sentence to solve as well, because we're showing the addition, the relation between repeated addition and multiplication. So this says, Cindy made 4 apple tarts. She used 5 apples for each tart. How many apples did she use in all? The first thing they need to do is draw a picture, or they can understand that each one of these is for a group. So they can either draw a picture that says Cindy made 4 apple tarts, so they know they have to do 4 apple tarts. She used 5 apples for each tart. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this right now. And what I want you to do is I want you to pause this, and I want your child to figure this out on their own. And then I want you to unpause it, and we'll go through the answer. Okay, so you should have worked this out on your own. So it says Cindy made 4 apple tarts. She used 5 apples for each tart. How many apples did she use in all? So again, you would draw your 4 apple tarts over here. Or your child can simply realize there's 1, 2, 3, 4 apple tarts at the bottom. 5 apples in each tart. And this says use counters to make an array. So really, I use circles, dots, whatever they want to use. It says, how many apples did she use in each tart? Oh, let me go back to this. Now I've messed up. It says, use the counters to make an array. So to do this correctly, you should use 5 apples in each tart. There's 1 tart. There's 2 tarts. 3 tarts. And 4 tarts. So this is what your child should have done, even though I instructed them to do something differently. They should have made an array following the directions to show this. So Cindy made 4 tarts. There's 1 tart, 2 tart, 3 tarts, and 4 tarts. She used 5 apples for each tart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I do encourage them to go back and to count, because sometimes if they're not lined up just right, they will have the wrong amount and then they'll add incorrectly. Then your child should come down here and put a 5 here, a 5 here, a 5 here, and a 5 here. This 5 is for these 5 tarts, apples. This 5 is for these 5 apples. This 5 is for these 5 apples. And this 5 is for these 5 apples. Okay, now they can add using repeated addition. So they would simply count by 5s. 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20. So there are going to be 20 apples in all. So now that your child has this part finished, now I would like for your child to write the multiplication sentence that would go for this. So go ahead and turn this off and pause it and write down the multiplication sentence. Okay, the multiplication sentence is we use the multiplication sign and we say groups of. So they're going to see how many groups of 5 are there. So they're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're going to write down 4 groups of 5 equals 20. So this answer right here should match this answer here, which should match this answer here. And we always go back and check and recheck to make sure we have it right. So in future videos, I won't walk through this with you as specifically. That's it.